Look at a recreational sport that just may be the transportation wave of the future.
Gained respectability from aeronautical and recreational enthusiasts and has rekindled the desire for a viable form of personal powered flight. The Central Coast is an ideal launching pad for hang gliders, and as our Jim Villarreal reports, the hang gliders of today may be the sky riders of tomorrow.
It could be the way of the future, personal powered flight, an offspring of modern day hang gliding.
Yeah, I would like to believe that that at some point in our near future that universal personal flight will be widespread and commonly accepted as much as we move about on the surface. And if that happens to be true, then we need to take some steps at this point to try and ensure our future.
Russy is a hang gliding pioneer. The California native first flew almost 20 years ago, back when the sport was just getting off the ground. But since reaching a peak in the late 70s, hang gliding has seen a significant decrease in the number of pilots and teachers. For instance, where once about 15,000 hang gliders filled the skies, today the number is more like 10,000.
Now you want to continue keeping it in throughout the flight.
As both a pilot and teacher, Russy sees two reasons for this decline in the number of those taking to the air.
Well, fear of litigation, which is very prevalent in the United States, and our legal system makes it is discouraging for people that think about making a career in hang gliding. It's discouraging for landowners to think about considering letting people come on their property and conduct an activity like hang gliding.
Still, Russy has been fortunate in that Santa Barbara boasts some of the premier training sites in the country.
And we're absolutely dependent on the sites, and we've been fortunate enough to have some very generous people in this area that have allowed us to use their property.
But as other sites continue to dwindle and the number of pilots continues to drop, Russy's vision of the future may become a relic of today. In Santa Barbara, Jim Villarreal, News Channel 12.
Tomorrow at 6, we'll find out if Jim was able to get off.
Central Coast learning to fly. Villarreal struggling to become airborne.
We were just teasing you a little bit there to prove that, yes, indeed, it can be done. In 1903, the first heavier-than-air manned flight by Orville and Wilbur Wright lasted about 12 seconds. Well, a hang-gliding student's maiden voyage will last just about the same, but learning to master the Central Coast winds doesn't take long. As our Jim Villarreal shows us, just about anyone can do it.
They were once called daredevils, these riders of the sky, but now as the sport of hang gliding has passed out of its infancy of the 70s into adulthood of the 90s, hang gliding pilots have turned out to be much like everyone else.
Yeah, one of the things that really got me interested right off was how receptive the people that were already into the sport were as a group to newcomers that are real excited about what they do, and they're real open to new people getting into it, and it's not as exclusive as other sports tend to be.
Although the numbers of hang gliding pilots in this country are down, more and more people around the world are being attracted to the sport, especially after technological breakthroughs and advanced training have made hang gliding much safer than once thought.
I'm not going to say that it's not a dangerous sport. It is a dangerous sport, but there are a lot of things that are dangerous. There's no factor at any point in hang gliding that you can't make a decision, yes or no, to fly, yes or no, to check your equipment real thoroughly.
Wilkerson, Gibson, and Brody Mape are three students learning to hang glide at a local Santa Barbara training school. After just a few lessons, Mape was so enthused, he went out and bought his own glider.
In like the 2nd or 3rd grade, I saw some home videos of someone hang gliding, and ever since then, I've been pretty much just waiting for the right time. I had some money in the beginning of the year, and so I was ready to do it.
And why not? I mean, what do you have to lose?
I've got an answer. I'm going to fly away. What have I got to lose?
Just a second, I'm going to stand up.
Will you come see me? Thursdays and Saturdays.
It looked like so much fun, I figured, well, what do I have to lose?
Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being around. you please, please help me, help me, help me.
In Santa Barbara, Jim Vietreal, News Channel 12.
I guess Orville and Wilbur would have been proud of that.